that was Uranium Fever by, oh man, by Elton Britt. Yes, right. So right there.
Whoops.
So this radio station here, we don't really make any caps, and there are well, some people help me stay in the air. People like this. A portion of this broadcast has been brought to you by the Mega Surgery Center, now featuring facial reconstructive surgery. Why settle for less than perfection? Here's Roy Brown again. He's not chopping or being mighty. Well, I mean, maybe he is, but that's just not the focus. So, not exactly, I don't think. Huh.
Whoops. Rocket Zig. Whoops.
So that was Billy Holiday. Billy spelled with an I and an E because she's a. This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, this is me, Travis. Anyway, here's a real classic from good old Nat King Cole.
Crap.
Orange-colored sky, and it's a good one, no matter what anyone says.
Neat. There we go.
Alright. That was Bob Cosby.
Bob Cosby. Nice. Hello, whoever is watching.
You're listening to Diamond City Radio, if you're listening at all. This is Civilization by it's by Danny Kaye. Right.
I'ma just put this right here for now. That's weird.
Into each life, rain must fall. Maybe that was Ella Fitzgerald confirming that thought. So, this radio station here, we don't really make any caps, and there are well, some people help me stay in the air. People like this, Fallon's Basement, providing top-of-the-line fashion to Diamond City for over 10 generations. Now let's enjoy another one from well, it's the Ink Spots again. Oh, that's cool.
You keep it knocking, but you can't come in. Oh.
That was Personality by Johnny Mercier. from our sponsors. Squatters. Own a piece of Diamond City history, and then beat people to death with it. This here, okay, it's Cole Porter, I guess. That's fun.
What up, Dave?
Hey, dude, you wouldn't fucking believe this shit.
What?
I'm about to fucking tell you. This,
By the way, you're
this
being
girl
live streamed,
contact-
so...
What?
By the way, just to let you know, I'm live streaming right now. Or recording.
Alright, then I'll just shut the fuck up then.
Alright, if you want to watch, go ahead.
Damn it.
What is this? Dude, it's freezing tonight. Well, I do got a cold front coming in.
Where's Hurricane Harvey hitting? Like the closest state? Is it like Texas? Or
Hurricane Harvey, that's the one. It's supposed to be coming this way, but they say it's supposed to be pushed over a little by the cold front, so it might miss where we are.
okay. Cause you're in Alabama, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got when I was in the service, I had a female lieutenant.
Yeah.
Part of my company. I used to have the fucking hots for her bad. But I've been talking to her on Facebook Messenger, and that's what they're dealing with right now, you know?
Yeah.
She's down there. Somewhere down there. That's pretty rough, man. I mean, I know a few people that live in that area of the woods, especially, you know, my grandmother lives in lives in Alabama too, and my aunt, she lives down there, you know, well, in that, you know, area, Louisiana, Florida, Texas and stuff. So they're all fucking batting
push
down
back
the
over here.
hatches,
We're getting
the
out of
hatches and
Dodge.
shit. Oh, dude, I mean, I can't fucking, I mean, I don't even get hurricanes or typhoons or tropical depressions where I live, you know?
Yeah.
The worst that we get are, you know, we get windstorms, but I mean, they never get worse than like over 90 miles an hour. You know, that's enough to, it's just enough to knock down trees and power lines and shit, but I mean, they get fixed real quick.
Yeah.
And then we get blizzards, you know, these snow a few feet like overnight or during the day, but I mean, not like hurricanes, like ruining fucking people's jobs and shit. You know, that's wild.
Yep.
Especially every fucking year. You guys have a hurricane like every fucking year. People lose their homes and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, or they get flooded out. It's like, what the fuck? Like, how do you still fucking? How do you afford to live in a fucking place like that? You gotta, when you fucking lose it every year. It's like, god damn.
Good thing housing's cheap.
Yeah, I would have to think so. Fuck.
All right, let's see.
Fucking insurance ain't cheap though. God damn.
Okay, gonna drop the typewriter.
Hey, Jacob, have you ever seen that show Hawaii Five-0?
I've heard of it.
You should, when you get a chance, check it out. I think you'd like it.
All right.
Pretty good. It's like a ex-Navy SEAL. He starts a like special task force for Hawaii. Kind of like they work with like the Hawaii Police Department, but you know they have like government immunity and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. The characters are really good too. In fact, one of the characters was he was in some of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, neat.
And remember, like the two white brothers. One of the guys was like super short. He does a really good fucking job in the show. He's actually a really good actor. But yeah, I think you know, check it out sometime. See if you like it. And if you don't, then you don't have to fucking watch it.
You should check out my video, what I'm doing right now on Fallout.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this, even though you're live streaming. So this girl contacted me on Facebook Messenger, right? I was talking to this other lady on Facebook Messenger, which is why I just got back on there yesterday, because I fucking hate social media.
Alright.
But this girl contacted me. This girl works in the exact same place my uncle does. My older uncle used to work there. My cousin used to work there. My mother used to work there back in the early 90s. Well, this girl, she's the very first girl I ever had a crush on in fucking kindergarten. Very first girl I ever kissed. I kissed her on the fucking school bus on the way to school. And then we went to fucking high school, we went to middle school, and all this shit. Apparently we went to, you know, elementary school and middle school and high school together. and we never even saw each other. But she fucking tells me now she's been in love with me since fucking kindergarten.
Okay.
You fucking believe that shit?
Really?
I've like, I had a crush on her back in fucking kindergarten. And I still fucking do. Like, she's always been like that one girl that got away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's got that one girl or guy, you know, that they've been in love with their whole fucking lives that never got together with. Well, I'm having a fucking date with her on Saturday. Fucking believe that shit?
Huh.
Yeah. She's never been married. She has no children. She's got a good fucking job. Got her own fucking... Well, she lives with, I think, a friend of hers, but big fucking deal. That's fucking wild, dude. That blows my mind.
Okay, no picture frame here, so I'm just gonna scrap that.
I'm about to fucking go balls deep into that girl before she runs away again.
Okay, it's a coffee cup.
Oh, that's right. You're on live feed, aren't you? Oh,
Yes,
well.
I am.
Fuck, man.
I'm over
Sometimes
here.
you gotta get it where you gotta get it.
I'm over here decorating my character's new house, and you're like,
I'm decorating your fucking live feed. Inappropriate comments.
Very inappropriate.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm about to do something that's gonna
I'll try
just
to
get
watch my mouth.
I'm about to say something that probably end up getting my channel removed. I voted Trump.
I voted for Trump too.
I'm gonna laugh if I just get instant ban, like instant thing, ban. All right, no. You should look. Yeah, just start watching because it's starting to look pretty good up in here. Let's see.
What are you playing?
Fallout 4.
Yeah, I've had my fill of that game for the rest of my life.
I mean, I just spent the last 20 minutes decorating an
That
office desk.
fucking game pissed me off. Although, even though it's the post-apocalyptic version of Skyrim, really,
Yeah.
but it's got that, what is it called, stats?
Yeah.
Targeting system. That was pretty cool, I have to say. And the game was fun. I did have a really good time playing it. It just... everything looked the same. I mean, it is a wasteland, but...
Yeah.
I liked, what was it called? New Vegas?
Yeah.
I like that better.
Gonna make that.
I should start playing fucking Final Fantasy and use SharePlay and then live stream that shit.
Yep. What am I looking for? Jangles the moon monkey. Lab scale. Yeah, I'm gonna make a lab scale. Which I'm actually playing with mods right now too, so.
Nothing wrong with that, man. They just make it funner.
Yep. Especially with the house that I'm making, it's decorating. It's treehouse.
Oh, sweet. I love that show. I don't know if you've ever seen that show. I'm sure you have, but the one where the guy goes around the country and builds tree houses for people.
Yeah.
That show's pretty fucking cool, man. I showed that show to my dad, and he was like, "Oh man, that's awesome." I'm like, "How come you never built me a fucking treehouse when I was a kid?" I always wanted a treehouse. I never got one. God damn it. Treehouses are the shit.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
mean, they come up with some of the craziest stuff for treehouses. I wouldn't even call them tree houses. I would call them fucking homes in the middle of the woods.
tree mansions.
Yeah, tree mansions. Yeah. Jesus. Some of the stuff that guy pulls off. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh, a stogie. Yeah, just craft a stogie, have it laying around. Right, gonna make a teddy bear and a telephone. Alright. Alright, let's see. Drop the skull. I might be better off just picking this up and doing this. There we go. Put that there.
Put that there.
Yes. You know what? I predict in the next 3 years, Korea won't exist no more.
Which one?
Both of them.
That'd make me cry. I love South Korea.
I mean, chances
Their
are Kim
people are
Jong-un
awesome.
is going to do something stupid, like an attack, what is it? South Korea, right?
Yeah.
Then Japan is going to get the Americans to retaliate, which pretty much is going to level everything in North Korea, you know. Just send a couple of B-2 bombers over that way, bombard them with artillery from battleships.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we can't really use nuclear weapons unless we want to violate the Geneva Convention.
Yeah. Which we don't even need to use nukes to
To be honest,
North Korea.
I would not worry about North Korea attacking South over a million-man army. And if they wanted to, they could overrun South Korea because the capital of South Korea is so close to the DMZ. It's,
Yeah.
I think, like 45 miles away. Not very far. But the thing is, I mean, that's why.
DMZ is demilitarized zone, right?
Yeah, I've been there. And the South Korean soldiers, they carry firearms, but they're only pistols. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what they do is they cuff up their pant legs at the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
And they put all these beads in them. So when they're, you know, marching over a hill, it sounds like there's a lot more fucking people when their legs bounce with those beads in them, which is actually pretty smart. And I've been to the demilitarized zone. They had a little, they had a gift shop there, and I bought a piece from the original gate of the demilitarized zone. I sent it back to my dad. He thought that was pretty cool. And I had that North Korean guy fucking flip me off. Fucking prick. But you can't do anything back.
Propaganda.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know why they're like that. You know? Why don't they just...
Nobody knows with the North Koreans.
You know, I don't get it why people have to be that mean to each other. I don't get that. You know? I mean, South Korea is fantastic. I mean, it's not Americanized, but I mean, they've gone along with the rest of the world. You know, they have nice shops, good food, and everything like that. People are happy. They work their jobs. They go home to their families and shit. I don't know why North Korea has to be like that. You know, but you can't fucking please everybody in the world.
Nope.
But I'm not worried. That's why, you know, the U.S. has a standing fleet. in the Sea of Japan to protect South Korea, and that's why I went over there. You know, I was in a Patriot Missile Battalion. We had all these assets we had to protect in case North Korea decided to get, you know, fucking gung-ho and shit, try to attack.
Trying to figure out how to operate this gun. Yeah.
I mean, that reminds me, me, when I was over there, we had the weekend off, and me and like 4 or 5 of my buddies, we took the train from our camp, and we went to the closest town. It was called Daegu, and they had a really big fucking mall there. I mean, it was fucking cool, and they had, you know, it was probably like 6 or 7 stories tall, and they had a floor below ground. It was like a big food market. You know, I mean, they were cooking food and everything, and the food was actually pretty good. I mean, I'm not a fan of kimchi or anything. I don't like the way it smells, but some of their other foods are really good.
Oh,
and then we went up to the first floor, and they had like all these like video game shops where you could buy like you know, games, but they were actually a lot cheaper.
Really?
Than prices you would pay in the US or Europe or something. I mean, I think that was when the first. Do you remember the game Prototype?
Yeah.
That's when that game first came out, and that game would have been what, like $50-$60 in the US, you know? Game was like 25,000 won, which was like $25. You know, all they do is just add a few zeros onto it. That's like the big difference between the US dollar and Korean money. They call it won. I mean, I got that game for like half off. And then they had all these other cool things like action figures and all this stuff posted around the store and everything. And then they had like another store that was like a Radio Shack, and they had all these cool fucking stores. Like even, you know that clothing brand North Face?
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, they had one there, and then they had a sports shop, and me and my buddies, we walked in there, and they had a frisbee. I'm like, yeah, let me go chuck the frisbee around for a while. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. So I paid the guy, bought the frisbee, and then right outside of the mall was like a little bit of a park. You know, it wasn't very big, but you know, it just grass. You know, people could hang out and chill and stuff. We started chucking the frisbee around, and all these Koreans were like just watching us, just have fun, chucking the frisbee to each other. You know, they're very, very curious about, you know, other cultures, and they love Canadians.
Huh.
I mean, that may be, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like racist or anything, you know what I mean, but there's certain places there that don't allow Americans.
Yeah.
And I might have told you this before, but another time, me and my buddies tried to go out, you know, to the bars, you know, have some drinks, have a good time, and stuff like that. But this one bar wouldn't let us in because we were Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
There's no reason why. I mean, we're over here protecting you guys. Don't do that. Come on, be cool about it. So I showed them my Alaska State ID, and they thought Alaska was part of Canada, so they let me and my boys in. But
Huh.
you know,
That's funny.
South Korea is a really good country. It has a lot of really good and nice people in there. I love that place. In fact, a friend of mine, he found a lady there that he was interested in, and he was about 10 years older than me. He was in the Navy for 6 years before he joined the Army and went to our unit where I was at, and he fell in love there. He's a, good-looking guy, really, really nice, super cool to hang around. He's just good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very loyal, always got your back, and he found a nice girl there. And so when we got off our deployment, obviously had to come back, but then he re-upped his contract and went back to South Korea and married that girl. I was really fucking happy for him. In fact, I was just on Facebook a little bit earlier today, and he looks really good. Very, very happy, and he's got a kid now, and I was like, you know what, man, good for you. Good for you.
The great green jewel of the Commonwealth.
I had another buddy. He was already married. He was about 4 or 5 years older than me. He was married when I first met him, and him and his wife they've been trying to have a kid for a long time, like 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And his wife kept having miscarriages. And then when I was about to get out and go back to Alaska, she got pregnant, and they had a daughter, a little girl. And I used to go to that guy's place because he used to be a football player in high school, And the same thing, super nice guy, really fun to hang around. He didn't drink or anything like that, but he would invite us all over for Super Bowl, and we'd party, and I mean, not crazy party, you know what I mean? I mean, we'd have some beers, and his wife would cook us a bunch of food, and like chicken wings and all that kind of good stuff, Super Bowl party stuff. And yeah, man, super fucking cool. I was never really a big fan of football, but I love watching Super Bowl. I mean, my thing's hockey. But, so when I watch the Stanley Cup, I get excited too, Stand up, raise my arms, I'm like, yeah, fucking go! Super Bowl's cool. Especially the advertisements they have. They have the best advertisements. There's only a few sports I'll watch. A lot of them are kind of boring to me. Like my dad, he likes watching baseball. Baseball is very, very hard for me to watch.
Is that Frank Sinatra? Sounds like, I don't know.
I would have loved to meet Frank Sinatra. Or even his son. Jr. Or even the Frank Sinatra's wife, Nancy. She was a fantastic singer too. I love their music.
There we go. At least I think Frank did. You know, Frank Sinatra did "Crawl Up Through the Fallout," or is that someone else?
Frank Sinatra in Fallout?
I think so.
Hmm.
You know, something I find funny that North Korea is just now getting to perfect the ICBM, right? And that's something we did back in what, the 60s?
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Like, they're not going to get past Aegis. If it's a threat, they're going to use Aegis.
Well, and that's why we have that giant missile field up here in Alaska, Fort Greely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gigantic fucking missile field. And I mean, Japan has Avenger missile batteries all along the fucking coast.
Yeah.
I mean, and every time like an enemy fires one, we fire multiple missiles to take it out. It's not every one of ours, will take it out. I mean, that's what I used to fucking do. I used to have all of the latitude and longitude coordinates of North Korea's SAM sites. Surface-to-air missile sites.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Me neither. Well, if we do,
not long, at all.
I give it about 3 months.
I'm not even worried about North Korea. I mean, it is a threat, it is.
The thing is, though, we're not going to be the ones who launch the first attack.
No, we're not.
Which, if we do, the Chinese.
It's part of the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
Do not fire unless you're fired upon first.
Yeah. Which Chinese said if we make the first move, they're going to be against us as well.
Oh, of course.
Which I think the only reason China is even helping North Korea at this point is because they want the resources they have. Which, a lot of North Korea's resources are untapped. Well, a lot of the ones worth doing anything.
It's a small nation. You know what I mean? Very small nation. But they definitely have a lot of rare earth metals that are used in a lot of things.
Yep.
It is, like, primarily, I mean, compared to superpower nations, it is an untapped resource. I mean, they do that themselves, but
that was the 5 stars. All 5 of them. Get it? Because
you know what? I wouldn't want to live in the world of Fallout. I mean, even before the attack, they dropped the bombs. Because, everything in Fallout is powered by nuclear power, right? Even your goddamn alarm clock. So just imagine, the alarm clock go off, you hit it, boom! You just wiped out your whole sinking neighborhood.
I know, right?
like, dang.
I'm just trying to wake up to go to work.
Your
town's fucking gone.
Just turn everything to ash. I mean,
Like, hot damn, that's it's a hell of a way to wake up to go to work.
at least it's loud enough to wake you up.
Well, it'll do more than that. You'd probably be dead.
You would be a shadow a permanent shadow upon the ground.
Yeah. Just ash. Did you see the that they're making a new Godzilla movie? Godzilla
Really?
versus King Kong?
Is it gonna be American or Japanese?
It's gonna be a Hollywood movie. So it's gonna be American, but
Don't you fall off your
it's
stupid
gonna be
camera.
dope. I mean, they even showed that after the end of the latest King Kong movie. You know, Skull Island, which was actually a really good movie. They did a really good job with that. But at the very end of the movie, I don't know if you've seen it, but at the very end of the movie, it shows a bunch of cave paintings, and you see Godzilla versus like some other kind of monster. So it's gonna be in because the last Godzilla movie, right? It's gonna be in that time period. It's gonna be, you know, modern days, but it's gonna be that Godzilla. I mean, shit, I don't know how you fight something like that. I mean, they dropped an atomic bomb on him and it didn't fucking do anything.
Dang.
That was actually a really good movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies in recent years. I thought they did a really, really good job with that movie.
Is that the gold gun? Yeah, it's my gold gun. Wrong button. Dropped it. Alright, what next? The heck I just ended up throwing the axe for? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Don't you just hate whenever you randomly throw crap around? Like, you know, you get this really great placement of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then it decides it wants to bug out. And there goes your hours of hard work. I'm just gonna drop you. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Alright, what should I put there? Grenade, yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna put a grenade there. Ammo. You know what? A cannonball. 100 cannonballs, why not? I forgot. Alright, that's starting to look good. I think I'm gonna place a clothing cabinet there or something. Like a wardrobe for clothing. Furniture, containers. Oh, I know exactly what to put there. I thought it was a good idea to make everything nuclear. We thought it was a good idea to make everything nuclear powered. Like everything you can think of in this game is nuclear powered. What is that? Engine. Oh. Well, that's...
Oh, that was dope.
Alright. I'm satisfied with up here. So, I got this weapon mod in this game, right? It lets me put any part on any weapon, right? And I can switch the ammo type of the weapons, right?
Okay.
So I decided to switch the ammo to mini nukes, and I put it on a mini gun. So I just wanted to take a guess what happens next.
Nuclear explosions for days.
More like how to crash your game in 2 seconds.
You are probably gonna crash your game.
No, ain't no probably to it. But, you know, I learned something else. Missiles work better than mini nukes because the explosions aren't that big.
Your frame rate is gonna suck ass.
Yeah. Your frame rate's so bad it goes in reverse. Alright. So I've been at this for about an hour 30 now. And I only have one floor This thing's like one of those, the trucks that launch the multiple missiles. I can't think of what they're called. You know, they got the multiple missile tubes on them. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Dude, that fight was epic. Oh, man.
By the way, my minigun's also chrome. Just pimping. I wonder what happens if I were to switch to cannonballs. Projectile override the cannonball. The magazine holds 500 rounds, so. No! I think I just made a horrible mistake. Please tell me it saves some point. I'm gonna be mad. Come on. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you, merciful Father. I almost messed up majorly. Because you know how Bethesda games don't have your standard autosaves, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I just accidentally killed myself. And after all that hard work I put into one floor, I would have just went ahead and, you know, got rid of the mod.
Oh shit, here we go.
I also had this little bitty little handgun that shoots a death laser. I nickname it Biggie Smalls.
Not bad. Not bad.
Do I have the fire rate on, or do I have like the multiple projectile thing on? Craft. Oh, rapid, eh?
Look at that. They're doing a new death battle.
Who's it gonna be?
The Shredder versus Silver Samurai. That could be good.
What's 500 times 3?
What was that?
500 times 3 is 1500, right?
Yeah.
So I have a weapon capable of producing 1500 explosive projectiles with one magazine.
That sounds OP as shit.
Sounds danger close. If I was any closer to that, my frame rate would be dead. Well, You know what? I am gonna do it with mini nukes. I'm gonna save, then I'm gonna do it with mini nukes. My frame rate may die. I might die along with it. Actually, I can do you one even better. They have this upgrade for the mini nuke launcher called the Merv, right? Yep. It shoots like 8 mini nukes at once. And that's a standard in-game weapon. Now, put that with the fire rate of about a lot of rounds per second. This is how you crash your game. Yep. So, since I have the multiple shot perks on, I get to shoot 2 extra projectiles since I got 2 of them on. And I shot 60, so 120, 180. Well, I crashed my game, so I guess I'm gonna end the stream here.